Good morning, it's Friday 25th of November 2016. This is Sylvia Shivamurthy and you're listening to the newspaper reviews on www.athavan.com. Let's now look at the paper highlights from today's newspapers. The top highlight in Daily News says, Massive cocaine haul in sugar container. Customs sleuths recovered a huge stash of cocaine from a sugar container brought from Brazil when it was opened at the Sri Lanka Customs container yard yesterday noon. Customs officials said the cocaine weighing over 200 kgs has a market value of 2,000 million rupees and they were hidden in a sugar container in a subtle manner. Another highlight says, Focus on new constitution during President TNA talk. President Maithripala Sirisena had a special discussion with the TNA parliamentary group led by opposition leader R. Sambandhan in parliament yesterday. There's another highlight which says, Duminda invites Anura Kumara to be his advisor. Agriculture Minister Duminda Dissanayaka yesterday invited Chief Opposition Whip and Janata Vimukti Peramuna leader Anura Kumara Dissanayaka to join the agriculture sector by becoming an advisor to his ministry. He said Anura Kumara Dissanayaka was speaking on agriculture in detail and invited him to join the ministry where he could render a great service to the country. The highlight in the middle says, Jail guard appointment request from all parties, says Swaminathan. Prison Reforms, Resettlement and Rehabilitation Minister D.M. Swaminathan yesterday alleged that MPs from all political parties, including JVP and the joint opposition, had sent him lists of candidates to be considered to fill vacancies in jail guard positions in prisons. Controversy has been surrounding the recruitment of jail guards into the prison system, with the minister issuing orders to suspend the recruitment of candidates from the recently held exam. Another highlight says, Bond issue. Legal points presented to PM. Legal points uncovered about the legality of the issued bonds were forwarded to Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, Attorney General Jayantha Jayasuriya said yesterday. These details are ones found by the three-member committee appointed by the AG to look into the allegations of the recent COPE report with regard to the central bank bond issue. And the highlight at the bottom says, Anura Senanayaka in hot water over another case. Colombo Additional Magistrate Nishantha Piris yesterday permitted the CID to record a statement from former senior DIG Anura Senanayaka for allegedly covering up evidence into an incident where two persons had been abducted by an unidentified group at Kotahena and Vellavata areas in 2008. The additional magistrate ordered the superintendent of Velikada prison that Anura Senanayaka, who is now in remand over killing of Ragarite Wasim Tajuddin, be present before CID at the Velikada prison in order to record a statement. Let's now look at the paper highlights in Daily Mirror. The top highlight says, 200 kilos of cocaine worth 2 billion rupees seized. Another highlight says, kidney racket suspect's wife commits suicide. The wife of a suspect in the kidney racket involving India and Sri Lanka has committed suicide as her husband had been detained in a Sri Lankan prison. There's another highlight which says, Executive enters Bhikkhuni order. A qualified executive of a leading garment manufacturing company in the country has entered the monastic life of a bhikkhuni. This is one of the hot topics circulating in the social media sites these days. The highlight in the middle says, Father of two shot dead in broad daylight. A resident of Hinathiyana in the Minuwangada police area is reported to have been shot dead by two gunmen who had arrived on a motorcycle last morning. There's another highlight which says, Murder of Nuri Estate Superintendent. Judgment today. The judgment in connection with the horrendous murder of Nihal Pereira, the superintendent of the Nuri Tea Estate in Deraniyagala, in which former UPFA Deraniyagala Pradesh Sabha Chairman Anil Champika alias Atakota and 21 others were indicted, is to be delivered today. And the highlight at the bottom says, Proposal to amalgamate 2 or more provinces. A parliamentary subcommittee is reported to have proposed that 2 or more provinces be amalgamated into a single unit with the approval at a referendum by the people living in these provinces. And now let's move to the paper highlights in Ceylon today. The top highlight says, Customs busts 3.5 million cocaine haul. Another highlight says, not opposing 25k rupees fine hike, says Gamunu. The president of the Lanka Private Bus Owners Association, Gamunu Vijayaratna, said that his association is not prepared to become a murderous association by grounding their fleets in an island-wide bus strike against the fine of 25,000 rupees, which has been proposed as a deterrent to road accidents caused by speeding and drunk driving. The highlight in the middle says, Judge sent on compulsory leave. The Judicial Service Commission has sent Colombo District Judge Ayesha Abdin on compulsory leave after it was alleged that she had visited death row inmate and former MP Duminda Silva at the Velikada prison. And the highlight at the bottom says, MR visits famed Dafu temple. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, who is in China, visited the Dafu temple or the Great Buddha temple on one of China's 4 Buddhist holy mountains. The chief incumbent of the temple said that he was extremely happy about the visit to the temple by Rajapaksa. Several Chinese Buddhists and monks congregated at the temple to meet Rajapaksa, and a special security arrangement was in place for Rajapaksa's protection. That's all for today's newspaper highlights, and we'll get back to you with more news tomorrow. Thank you.